Hello everybody! I am Hope and welcome to another episode of Fate Stay Night, Rialta Nua, Fate Route. So, previously, we beat the prologue! Yay! Now it's time for the main chunk of the game. Now, if the prologue itself took 4 parts, and that's the prologue, then I've got a feeling this is gonna take a long time to do. Especially that since I have all the extra bonus content included in this, you know what scenes I'm talking about. I'm sure they don't really need extra mention. But, so we got a new title screen, and that's pretty neat. And now when I open the game, there's actual, logos and shit for, like, the developers. It just doesn't... So that is actually really neat and, neato. And, so, okay. I don't know where to begin. I mean, Saber certainly isn't as chivalrous as she used to be. She's ready to smack heads, and so much happened, man. And Shirou got brutally stabbed by fucking Sonic the Hedgehog over here. Rin sent Archer to defeat him, but Archer was like, I couldn't find him, but I brought back your pendant. Rin's like, yay, thanks, I really appreciate that, Archer. Archer's like, yeah, no problem there, Rin. And then Rin later is like, my only dying regret is not having a saber. Archer's just inside of her. Okay, well, alright. Am I a joke to you, Rin? So that did, like, the more that I think about it, that does tick me off, but it's whatever. So let's go ahead and begin with the actual, you know, beginning part of that's not the prologue. Let's get started. I guess I gotta click start now. Start a new game. I think that should work. Oh, this certainly is different. Are we at, I am the bone of my sword. Steel is my body and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, nor known to life, have withstood pain to create many weapons. Yet those hands will never hold anything. So as I pray, unlimited blade works. What? Whoa. Who was Unlimited Blade Works? That's a route in this game. And it's an entire anime adaptation. Who's... That opening shot seemed similar to, you know, Saber's final battle, but that was not Saber talking. I believe it might be Archer talking, because he mentioned having over 100 weapons, and Archer pulled out short swords after short swords, so that is... I gotta... History... Oh, there is no history. RIP. Man, I want to read that again. That was awesome! What does that even mean? I am the bone of my sword? Yet these hands will never touch anything? Oh my, the plot thickens. This shot is scary. I'm just gonna start reading, I suppose. I don't really have anything funnier. I'm more astounded by that. That was different. When I came to, I was in a burning field. I guess there was a big fire. The familiar town had turned to ashes, and it looked like the remains of a battlefield from a movie. But that didn't last long either. The fire had died down by the time the sun rose. The tall wall of flame had shortened, and most of the buildings had fallen. It felt strange, being the only thing in that place that still had its original form. I was the only one still alive around here. Oh, is this Shirou? Like, in the end of the Fourth Grail War? I must have been really lucky, or my house was built in a very lucky spot. I don't know which it was, but the point is, I was the only one left alive. I felt that since I survived, I should live on. I started walking aimlessly, because I thought it would be dangerous just to stay there. I wasn't really concerned about getting burned up like the people lying around me. Probably because, over and above not wanting to be like them, I had a stronger feeling in my mind. But still, I had no hope. It was already a wonder I was still alive, so I couldn't expect to be saved. I won't survive. Whatever happens, I won't be able to escape from this real world, this red world. It was such an absolute hell that even a small child could understand it. And I collapsed. Was it because there was no air? Was it because no function was left in my body? Anyway, I collapsed and stared up at the clouded sky. Everything around me was burned up, and I could see many shriveled people. The dark clouds loomed overhead, telling me it would rain soon. That's good. The fire will be put out once it rains. In the end, I sighed deeply and looked up at the sky. I say to myself that it hurts. I say so on behalf of all the people who couldn't even say so. That was 10 years ago. After that, I was miraculously saved. My body survived, but I think all the other things about me burned up and were reduced to ashes. You take away a child's parents, home, and all such things, there's nothing. That's why there was only my body. I think it's a simple story. In other words, in order to let my body live, my heart died. You know, Shirou already has an interesting perspective on life, given how he lost everything and was saved miraculously, pretty much by fate itself. That line about all that's left is his heart is in juxtaposition to Kirei, at least I believe, with, Kirei being reborn without a heart. It's actually, if that is the case, that's quite genius thinking on Nasu's part for creating a nice parallel between those two little aspects to the twist in the story. And admittedly, knowing the twist about how Shirou was saved and Kiritsugu, and although I'm sure playing this first would leave a bigger mystery and suspenseful tone, I'm still very happy that I got to see Zero, because I can already feel for Shirou a lot more, and I can already feel the weight on his shoulders now that Kiritsugu's gone, and the dream that was left behind for him. Shirou, such an interesting kid. His way of thinking was already quite different, especially when he talked to Kiritsugu. When Kiritsugu mentioned, that he couldn't be a hero, and Shirou was immediately a bit dismissive, like, what do you mean? You're not dead, you can still do it. There's just certain aspects to how Shirou responds and acts a certain ways that is different from conventional actions of just regular people. He's already quite different, and I believe maybe it's what happened to him that led to this. Or maybe that's who he was all along. If causality itself is dictating Shirou to move along this path, along with Kirei, who is governed to be reborn, it makes you think what a clash between them would look like. It makes you think, what is Shirou's role to play here? I mean, he was stabbed by Lancer and almost died. He was just so happened to be saved by Rin. This is twice. He's always been saved. I'm dreaming. I squint my eyes at the white light. So bright, I think. It was just light entering my eyes when I woke up, but I'm not used to it. I probably didn't even understand what the bright light meant. When my eyes focus, I'm surprised. I'm lying on an unfamiliar bed, in an unfamiliar room. I'm surprised, but the room is so white and clean that I feel safe. I look around. The room is big and there are many beds. A person is in each bed, and everyone seems to be hurt. But nothing feels ill. Sorry guys. But nothing feels ill in this room. Everyone who's hurt is someone who was saved. I relax and let my eyes wander. Outside the window, the bright blue sky was unbelievably beautiful. After a few days, I finally understood. I could clearly remember what had happened in the past few days. Even so, I was no different from a newborn baby. Not just a metaphor, it was close to the truth. Anyway, it was a terrible fire. I had been saved from it. Was in the hospital with my body wrapped in bandages, and my parents were gone. I didn't get the situation, but I vaguely understood that I was alone. I think I understood quickly. Well, there was nothing but children in similar situations around me, so all I could do was absorb the fact. And after that, that man came, right when I was beginning to worry what would happen to me next. He came on the day my bandages were taken off, and I was able to eat without help. Wrinkled coat and uncombed hair. The man, a bit younger than the doctor, felt more like a big brother than a father. Oh god, it's Kiritsugu's voice. I miss you, Kiritsugu. The beauty in his character arc from Zero is something I'll never forget. I swear. It's so fucking beautiful to me. A smile that seems to melt into the white sunlight. A man who could not even give a real smile. In the end, the first real smile he gave was when he saved Shirou. So beautiful. I think it was a suspicious voice, but a very kind voice. Wow, giving him a choice? That's wonderful. That man was saying he could adopt me. When I asked him if he was a relative of mine, he said he was just a stranger. He looked like an unreliable guy with no future. Kiritsugu, are you really not gonna tell him that you saved him? You're gonna leave it full of an anonymity? But it made no difference, as I knew nothing about either one, him or the orphanage. So I decided to go with him. I have such a soft smile on my face. Combined with this soft, almost dreamlike music and the white room above, it really does give a feeling of easiness. It's like the heart can be mended, but within it, there's this bittersweet feeling of knowing that Kiritsugu isn't long, but knowing that his kindness could shine this day, and perhaps lead Shirou to save many people, just as Kiritsugu aspired to do. The guy! Hey everybody! The guy quickly started packing my stuff. My apologies. The guy quickly started packing my stuff. His packing wasn't very good, even in the eyes of a child. Then, after making a big mess... Oh. Are you gonna tell him the truth? He turns to me lightheartedly and says,
はじめに言っておくとね、僕は魔法使いなんだ。
Whoa. Okay. Ren said there were only 5 sorcerers. So I mean, you killed other maguses, right? But uh-huh. He says it in a serious, exaggerated tone. It happened in an instant. Come to think of it now, I was really a child back then. I automatically believed those words.
じいさんすごいな。
Oh, the naivete of a child. Wonderful. I wonder, was Kiritsugu bluffing, or perhaps it was just a white lie? Even I don't know, to be frank. I guess I said so with bright eyes. Since that time, I became his child. Actually, I don't remember what I said back then. But my father would always talk about that day. He would remember and retell the story again and again. So for my father, Emiya Kiritsugu, that might have been the happiest day of his life. Just thinking of the pain and suffering of Kiritsugu, to then find solace in this one final kind act. It's so, like, there's no word to describe how powerful that is to me. It's just beautiful. So, I guess it was strange for my father to tell me that he was a sorcerer, but I was strange as well for admiring that. And thus, I became an adopted son, and my last name became Emiya. Emiya Shirou. When I said my name, I was really proud of having the same last name as Kiritsugu. Oh, Shirou. I'm dreaming. A story from my childhood. It was when I finally convinced my father to make me his student. So it must have been about 8 years ago. Actually, I just remembered. My apologies. Yeah, Kiritsugu was going to be a sorcerer. He was a magi. His father was. But he declined that because of everything that happened and opted instead to kill as a mercenary and find a way to save people after experiencing such hell. Wow, my apologies for forgetting such an important detail, but yeah, it does make actual sense that Kiritsugu would announce himself as a sorcerer. He wants Shirou. The reason I believe that he's telling Shirou this is because there might be a stigma against that. So he wants Shirou to know this. He wants to be better than his own father. He doesn't want to trap Shirou into something that Shirou doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to force him into anything. He wants Shirou to know the cold hard truth of everything before Shirou gives an answer, thus being better than his father. And it's interesting in that Kiritsugu has opened himself to emotions again after everything that's transpired in the events of Zero. Shirou wanting to become a student of his is remarkably similar to Kiritsugu and his father, but in such a different way. It's really beautiful, but sad. I wonder if this is going to mean that Shirou will be good at least maybe basic magics, or maybe certain summonings, or maybe Kiritsugu died before he could even be a student. When I was old enough to stay home by myself, Kiritsugu started to leave the house on a regular basis. He would say in his normal tone that he would travel the world, and actually act on these words. That's how it was after that. It was normal for him to leave the house empty for a month, and he sometimes wouldn't come home for half a year. Emiya House is a big Japanese-style house, and Kiritsugu and I were the only ones living there. I was perplexed in this house at times, as it was too big for a child. But still, I liked my life here. Emiya Kiritsugu would come home from his journeys and tell me lots of stories like a child. I could just imagine Kiritsugu with a big smile on his face, his eyes opened up so wide and telling the stories, the many things he got to see, this time experiencing life in such a different way that he'd never had before, without such a grim outlook. With a more hopeful and positive tone, he would see the better aspects in humanity, and I believe that will rub off on Shirou in a few ways. And the child who shared his last name would be at home, waiting for those stories. I was always alone in the house. That loneliness would all fade with the stories he brought back. The father who was always chasing his dreams, like a kid. His attitude was astounding, but he always seemed dazzling to me. That might be why I wanted to be like him someday. Well, on top of that, looking at my ever-dreaming father, I felt I should become reliable myself. Can I just say, I'm so, my heart, it's just, there's so many feelings happening to me right now in my chest. I feel like I can start tearing up any second with Shirou's words there. Oh, my heart is just so heavy. Shirou speaks with such admiration and love for his father, his foster father. You know, the man who basically caused, he doesn't know this, the man who caused what happened to Shirou. Wow. Well, we're back at January 31st with Fate Stay Night, one day. Well, that was our exposition for Shirou there. And honestly, even without the knowledge of the events of Zero, that is a very well given way. It's actually a very, very well done way of showing us Shirou's childlike personality, introducing us to Kiritsugu and how he was, introducing the fact that Shirou was connected to the odd events that happened to Fuyuki, which we learned about earlier with Rin and Archer. And we also get some great dialogue describing some of Shirou's personality. So that is an extremely well done scene with impeccable writing that stands out very much to me. The translators did a good job with this because it's flowing very well in English. I hear a sound. I hear a heavy old rusty sound as the door opens. Light enters the dark shed. My mind waking up. This is Sakura! Sakura! Oh, yes! Feels the cold air and the approaching footsteps. Look at her.
Sakura.
Oh, good morning, Sakura. Oh, she's so adorable. Look at her. So pretty. Sakura smiles and nods as if accustomed to this situation. Oh, what? Fuck? Fujimura-sensei, what are you doing here? If I stay asleep, where are we sleeping at? At Sensei's house? Did Shirou do the rubber ducky with Fujimura? Oh man. Okay, that's it! The tiger suit stays on during sex. But I don't want to do this, Sensei. Oh, but you will. No!
く起こしに来てくれた。いつもすまない。
そんなことありません。先輩、いつも朝は早いですから。
Oh my god, she's so fucking adorable, I can't take it. My heart is like, just like in between a fucking axe and the wall. It's just being just stroked up and down with the axe handle, like bloodied and messy, and my heart is dead.
こんな風に起こしに来れるなんてたまにしかありません。
Well, I quite appreciate it, Sakura, thank you. Because I am a rough sleeper, I sleep late a lot, so I relate to that. Sakura seems more upbeat than usual today, as if she's happy about something.
そうかな。結構さくらには起こされてるぞ、俺。けど、藤姉には叩き起こされるから、さくらの方が助かる。これに懲りずに次は頑張る。
Damn. Calling the sensei almost as an elder sister with Fujine is interesting to me. So, were you offered to live with her since Kiritsugu died or something? I answer her with a sleepy head. I don't know what I'm saying with my mind not fully awake.
はい、わかりました。でも、頑張ってもらわない方が嬉しいです、私。
Well, it's not that I don't want to try, it's just that I'm fucking tired, Sakura. Sakura's giggling. Ugh, I guess my head was still dozing and I said something weird.
ちょっと待ってくれ。すぐ起きるから。
Cold outdoor air helps in situations like this. The chill works well to beat the sleepiness out of my head. In front of me is Mato Sakura, a junior at school. This place is a shed behind my house, and the time is 6 o'clock.
先輩、
Oh, what is it?
目が覚めた。ごめんな、さくら。またやっちまった。
Looks like I did it again. I stayed up too late with Fujimura sensei. I don't want to talk about it.
朝の支度手伝わないといけないのに。
Let's cook some like sausage links and like eggs and stuff. Oh man, that sounds
そ
delicious.
んなのいいんです。先輩、夕べも遅かったんでしょ。なら、朝はゆっくりしてください。
Sakura's even gonna cook breakfast for him.
私がしておきますから。
Alright, Sakura, you've been promoted to waifu. It didn't take much. It didn't take a lot. She's already promoted to waifu. Well, let's just be fucking real here. Come on. Oh, I hope the Rin fans and Saber fans are not gonna kill me. Hey, it's early game. I still have time to change my mind, or, you know, but Sakura's already left quite the impression. Sakura says so in a happy tone. It's unusual. Sakura really seems to be in a good mood this morning.
バカ、そういうわけに行くか。今起きるから一緒にキッチンに行こう。
Yeah, I need to cook together with you. If you remember, well, you usually burn my sandwiches. My grilled cheese sandwiches.
準備完了。それじゃあ行こう。
Let's go.
いえ、その、先輩。
What's up?
なんだよ。他に何かあるのか。
いえ、そういうことではないんですけど、その、先輩、家に戻る前に着替えた方がいいと思います。
Don't worry about this. I just have like a banana in my pocket. It's fine. Sakura, you slag girl. Did you notice? You saw that, didn't you? That said, I looked down at myself. I was asleep while I was working, so I'm still wearing my overalls. Being my work clothes, they're pretty dirty. I can't imagine what Fujine would say to me if I went into the house like this.
まだ目が覚めてないみたいだ。なんか普段に増して抜けてるな。
Last night sure took a lot out of me.
そうかもしれませんね。ですから、朝食の支度は私に任せて、先輩はもう少しゆっくりしていてください。
Oh, don't worry,
それにほ
Sakura.
ら、ここを散らかしっぱなしにしていたら、藤村先生に怒られるでしょ。
She likes to punish me a lot, Sakura, so it's okay. I perfectly understand.
そうだな。それじゃあ着替えてから行くから、さくらは先に戻っていてくれ。
はい、お待ちしてますね、先輩。
Every time you call me senpai, I die inside a little bit. Sakura leaves. Well, I have to change into my school uniform and clear up this mess. The shed is built on the edge of our yard, and just as it seems, it's a warehouse we put all our junk in. But for me, it's a place of treasures, as I've enjoyed messing with things since I was a kid. Father didn't allow me to go into the shed, but I always sneaked in there. As a result, it became my base. For me, Emiya Shirou, I guess you could call this place my real room. The big Emiya household doesn't suit me. I can only relax in this space full of junk.
そもそももったいないじゃないか。ガラクタって言ってもまだ使えるし。
Yeah, damn straight. Even a tool can be used for anything. Most of the things in here are appliances that can't be used anymore. Did I bring all the junk in here because I like the place, or did I come to like it here because of all the junk? I don't even know myself. Anyway, since I was sneaking in here, it became my hobby to fix the broken things. It's not like I get attached to things. I think it just annoys me not to use things that can still be used. And just like that, I was fixing up the stove all last night. Holy fuck! You know, Shirou is like fucking Full House, like the man. This dude is like what, like 17, already fixing stoves and shit just because he doesn't like things that can be used, that you know, not to use things that can still be used. What a legend! Okay. I want Shirou to be my fucking mechanic. I want to go into motherfucking a fucking Jiffy Lube. I don't know if you're an American, you'll probably know what Jiffy Lube is. And I want Shirou Emiya to take my fucking car and fix it for me, because I'm sure he would do a great job at it. I mean, the car could still be used after all.
完成は明日か。途中で寝るなんて集中力が足りない証拠だ。
I feel that. I do. I shake off the feeling of disappointment in myself. I gather up the parts of the stove and put them on the shelf full of things waiting to be fixed. There are no spaces on this shelf full of things awaiting repair. An old VCR awaits after the stove. I guess I'll ignore the fact that Fujine broke both of them. I changed into my uniform. This place is like my room, and it holds changes of clothes along with other things I need. It also has lots of blueprints and junk, the result of failures from when I do my training. You see, I do one dick push-up every day. It's how I have maintained my physique. There's also some kind of old design inscribed onto the floor, like an altar or something. I'm probably gonna summon Saber with it later, but you know, for now, I don't really know what it is. Well, let's get today started. Clapping my hands in prayer to the shed, I head for the house. I emerge from the shed. The Emiya house is a Japanese-style house on the outskirts of town. My father wasn't much of a respected person in town, but he somehow still had the huge house. That, on its own, is a mystery, but it also seems he didn't have any relatives in Japan. That's why the house became mine and no one else's when my father died. Though, to be honest, I don't have that kind of management ability. Old man Fujimura is in charge of complicated things like inheritance and property taxes. Okay, so Fujimura, it's not Fujimura Sensei, it's Old Man Fujimura. So wait, so like, is that Fujimura's dad or something? Old Man Fujinuma is the big landlord in this neighborhood. According to father, the old man's like a Yakuza boss. Of course, this is just prejudice. He's not like a Yakuza. He's not like a Yakuza boss. He is a Yakuza boss. Well, that's a problem in itself, but I prefer to ignore it. It's certainly true that he's energetic and scary, but he's actually not that bad a person. It really helps me as he pays a lot when I tune up the motorcycle he likes to ride. Holy fuck, is that Saber's motorcycle?! Anyway, that's why I'm the only one living in this big house. It's been 5 years since father died. The days have passed quickly. I sighed thinking about how much I've grown in those 5 years. I've trained every day to be like Kiritsugu, but it's not that easy in reality. It's natural because I had no talent to begin with, but what can be said about having no improvement at all in 5 years? To sum up the present in one sentence, my goal is so far away that I'm not even at the starting line yet. Oh man! Oh god, that's relatable! Holy hell, Shirou, that line is great. That is a wonderful line. I completely agree with you there. So many aspects of my life can be attributed to that one sentence. Holy shit. No, I guess I won't do any good to rush. For now I have to do what I can. Well then. Right now I should... Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna save. Yeah, let's save. Holy fuck. Okay. Just in case, choices, man. Episode 5, choice 1. It's good that you can leave a comment on your saves. That's amazing. That is actually incredibly useful. Okay. Well, let's think about this. I'm actually gonna go get some water. Edit this out, Future Hope. Okay, I just got some magnesium sulfate and potassium chloride. It's gonna taste delicious, everyone. Fuck yeah, let's drink some fucking potassium fucking chloride. So, I didn't expect my throat to be killed that fast. I usually don't need to get a water. I'm usually able to record an entire thing without water. I usually drink after I record, most of the time. But turns out, replicating Shirou's voice hurts my throat. So instead of replicating his voice, I'm just gonna try to do my regular voice for it. It's gonna be harder to ad-lib because I'm hoping you'll be able to tell when I'm acting as Shirou and when I'm being myself. But I'll do my best, certainly. I'm not sure if this choice is, gonna lead me to the fucking final boss or whatever, but I've saved my game, and given that I really like Sakura, I'm going to go help Sakura because she's cool. So, and I don't think Shirou needs to do another dick push-up. I think one's enough for today. Alright, let's go and help Sakura. That's right, I have to go and help Sakura. I feel bad both for letting my junior do all the work and for Sakura coming here so early in the morning. But I'm too late. It seems breakfast has already been made. I can smell the elegant scent of breakfast befitting Sakura. Sakura has finished cooking and is opening the cupboards. I can see that all she has left to do is set the table. Aw, what a lovely girl.
せめて食器の用意ぐらいはやるから、さくらは座っててくれ。
もう来ちゃったんですか、先輩。
Aw, look at her little apron. It's adorable.
もうじゃないぞ。6時10分って言ったら朝飯を食ってる時間じゃないか。完全に寝坊だよ。
そんなことはないと思いますよ。先輩は部活をしていないんで。
Oh shit, no, I didn't mean it, no.
それを言ったら朝練があるさくらがうちに来てくれるのも問題じゃないか。
Sakura's like,
well, I could go to archery, or I could check in on Shiro-senpai. Oh, that's an easy choice.
I want to see, really quick. If I go to, history. Go,
そんなことはないと思いますよ。先輩は部活をしていないんですから、この時間は十分に早起きです。
Nice. That was good. At least I can do that.
いえ、私は好きでしていることですから、部活のことは気にしないでください。
Yeah, she loves you, Shirou.
ああ、それは何度も聞いた。だから俺も部活に関係なく早起きしてるんだ。さくらが来てくれるなら、その時間には起きてないと失礼だろ。
Very thoughtful guy, Shirou already is. Very thoughtful. For me, waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here. And sleeping in is making Sakura prepare breakfast on her own, like today. Though, this has only been a habit for a year and a half or so.
ともかく、さくらは休んでろよ。あとは並べるだけなんだから、それぐらい俺にやらせてくれ。
I stand next to Sakura and take out the dishes. Sakura is stubborn at times, and in situations like this, she won't rest unless she's forced to.
なら私もお手伝いします。お皿には私が盛りますから、先輩はお茶碗を出してください。
Yep, I'll be sure to give you a helping hand.
いや、だから全部こっちでやるからいいってば。
No, I'm saying I'll do it all by myself. Jeez.
いけません。先輩はお家の主人なんですから、朝くらいはドーンと構えていてください。
Oh my god, Sakura's like, no! No! It's so silly.
ドーンと構えろって。さくら一人に働かせてのんびりしている主人なんて家主失格だぞ。いいから、さくらは今に言ってろって。
Bro. Shirou, motherfucking... Look at this man. He's like, sick intendedly. Bro, a head of household who leaves you to do the work by yourself is the failure. It's okay, so go to the living room, relax. Man, Shirou, the true legend.
はい、ぜひ失格してください。これ、いつも美味しいご飯を食べさせてもらっているお返しなんです。だからできれば、先輩にはゆっくりしていてほしいです。
Oh my god, that's fucking adorable.
食費だったら折半なんだから、さくらが気にすることじゃない。感謝なんて言ったら、俺がしたいぐらいだ。さくらが来てくれるようになってから、飯が豪勢になったからな。
You're the only one to let me have grilled sandwiches. You're the only one to let me have grilled cheese. Everyone else gives me fucking peanut butter and jelly. I hate that shit.
やっぱり、先輩、分かってなかったんですね。先輩のお家のご飯が美味しいのは、そういうことじゃないんです。
Silly, no, it's because you're making them. What else do you think?
そういうことじゃないってどういうことだ？
いえ、なんでもありません。けど、責任取ってくださいね。
What?
私、先輩の家じゃないと、ご飯を美味しくいただけなくなっちゃったんですから。
What? What do you mean by that, Sakura? Her blush is adorable, though. She got flustered, but please take responsibility because I can't eat a pleasant meal anywhere else anymore. What a good line! It foreshadows something. If you don't know what happened to Sakura, well, you know, I mean, let's just see. Oh, my heart.
バカ、おかしなこと言うな。
Idiot, don't say such weird things.
藤姉に聞かれたらどうするんだ。あの人には冗談なんて通じないんだから。
That line was really well delivered by Shirou, that first one.
そうですね。藤村先生に聞かれたら大変です。
Damn, we can't let Fujimura Sensei overhear that. He's over there practicing in her tiger suit.
まったくだ。あんまりおかしなこと言うな。
Fujimura Sensei, the anti-furry. I may be dressed up as a tiger, but no way am I a furry.
はい、言いません。言いませんから、お手伝いしていいですよね、先輩。
Of course you can, Sakura. Sakura looks up at me, naturally and calmly.
いいよ、好きにしろ。そんなにやりたきゃさくらに任せる。
はい、好きにします、私。
See?
まったく、本当に最近言うこと聞かなくなったよな、さくら。
My goodness. Okay. Okay. Their relationship is so funny already. Their chemistry is off the charts with each other. They work well together. But you can definitely tell that Sakura does love him.
ですね。藤村先生に似てきたのかもしれません。
Oh god, no, Sakura, if you become more like her, then... Oh no. Suddenly Shirou has Vietnam flashbacks of the fucking... the tiger roleplay that they have at night. Speaking softly, Sakura reaches up for the cupboard. Her silky hair and smooth skin catch my eye. How can I put this? It's troubling. She must be maturing as she seems really feminine these days. Her casual movements and figure are so beautiful that I instinctively look away.
先輩、どうかしましたか?
Oh, it's nothing. I just caught a glimpse of your smile. Yeah, let's go with that.
いや、どうもしてない。 どうもしてないから気にしないでくれ。
I really like how he gets Shirou's inner thoughts. Like, he's like, damn, girl, she looking good. You don't really get that from protagonists that much. This, like, Shirou's already speaking like a real fucking legend. He's over here like me, the player. He's like, man, damn, Sakura's so fucking beautiful.
Senpai, you're acting strange.
Honestly, why am I feeling tense around my friend's sister? What? What? Did Fujimura adopt Sakura or something? After all, Sakura's not like that. She's a good underclassman and a junior I need to take care of. Shirou's like, I need to take care of. He's not saying, like, I want to take care of. I need to. So Shirou, like, treats Sakura like a really good friend that he wants to protect. And acknowledges that she's a good person and a good underclassman, a good junior. But most of all, he wants to take care of her. That's really cute. First of all, the relationship between me and Mato Sakura is just that of a senpai and a junior. She's the sister of a close friend of mine, but since she's a grade below me, we weren't that close. It all changed a year and a half ago into this cooperative kind of relationship. Sakura came to cook when I was injured, and after that, I think we just ended up like this. I think we intended to do it until my injury healed, but some trivial thing came up to make her stay with it. Anyway, Sakura is a good cook and perfect at cleaning and doing the laundry. It's a big help to have her helping around here in the mornings, but it's been a bit troubling recently. The problem is not in Sakura, but me. Oh, look at her, she's so pristine and elegant. Oh, goodness. Shira, my heart would be jumping sky high. Frankly, Sakura is beautiful. She's one of the best looking first years, and I'm sure there are a lot of guys who want to date her. And on top of that, she's been growing in certain places recently, and some of her casual gestures have started to catch my eye. This man's like, bro, her boobie's getting kind of big though. He's also like, bro, you know, sometimes Sakura be giving me those eyes, like, you know, I kind of like you. I wonder if Shirou's too dense to pick up on that, though. He's probably too dense. I don't know. That's what I mean by a small problem. Maybe I'm just feeling guilty about being attracted to my friend's sister. You're attracted? Yes! Score! Already into the bank of waifu tier. The protagonist likes her. Do-do-do-do! Maybe I'm just feeling guilty about being attracted to my friend's sister. Usually I'm fine, but when I'm caught off guard like just now, I blush. Does this make me an unsuitable senpai? Breakfast is placed on the table. A perfect breakfast consisting of chicken salad, cooked salmon, spinach, radish, and carrot miso soup, and yam soup. My boy, I've never understood Japanese breakfast, lunch, and dinners. They have some of the best lineups for food for every meal of the day. Like, I don't know, maybe that's the right way you should be eating. But for me, I don't eat breakfast, and it's rare for me to eat lunch. And if I'm eating lunch, I don't have one of those fucking bento boxes. I have, like, a juice pouch. Not anymore, but back when I was in school, I'd have, like, a juice pouch, a small sandwich, and maybe, if I was lucky, like, a snack food. And that was about it. Like, none of this fucking... And for breakfast, you get, like, Reese's Puffs or something. Not chicken salad, cooked salmon, spinach, radish, and carrot miso soup, and yam soup. My guy, that's a little insane. I wish my breakfasts were like that.
Itadakimasu.
Aww, itadakimasu. Sakura and I bow and start our meal quietly. The sounds of our chopsticks echo. Sakura isn't the talkative type, and I'm not versatile enough to talk while eating. Naturally, mealtimes are quiet. Usually it's louder, but today the loud person is... Hey, Fujimura! She's like, Shirou, don't you understand? I need you to do things to me tonight. Shirou's like, but, I'm drained, Fujimura. Please, leave me alone. Oh, that's it. You're gonna see a different side to me tonight. She must have been watching spy movies last night as she's eyeing us while hiding behind a newspaper.
藤村先生、ご飯時に新聞は見ない方がいいと思いますよ。
Damn. Fujine ignores Sakura's question. He's acting weird, but Fujine always acts in suspicious ways during breakfast. Sakura must be used to it, as she continues to eat with no particular care. Sakura prefers to make Western foods. She learned to cook Japanese food after she started coming here to help. Fujine and I prefer Japanese, so Sakura learned to make Japanese food for our breakfast. Now, she's so good that she's almost surpassed me, her teacher. The salmon is especially good as it's cooked to perfection. Her miso soup is tasty, and she has shown some capacity even for making yam soup by grinding yams. Actually, I think this is the first time she's made it.
Sakura, 醤油取って。
No problem, senpai.
はい。で、大変です先輩。先輩のお醤油は昨日で切れてます。
Ah, it's all good, no worries.
じゃあ、藤根のでいいや。取って。
Oh shit, Fujine's gonna be like, oh no, this ain't happening, bitch!
藤村先生、いいですか？
Fujine nods. Damn! She's like, oh, so what's the matter with her? Her newspaper trembles.
はいどうぞ。とろろ汁に使うんですか？
Damn straight.
とろろには醤油だろう、普通。
Well, I've never had, like, either, so I wouldn't know. I put the soy sauce onto the white yam soup. After stirring it, I put it on the rice and take a bite. Mmm. The stickiness of the yam and the taste of the soy sauce. Damn you, Fujimura! I almost throw it back up. Oh my fucking god. Fujine throws her newspaper away. What a prankster! How dare! Dude, that sounds wicked and nasty. How dare you! Her goofy personality. The female spy throws up her arms to show her happiness. Look at her face! God damn it! Not only the lion fucking tiger suit, but this? What are you treating me for? I did my best yesterday! Excuse me? Bruh moment. Total bruh moment. Yeah, you go and do that. Leave right now. I want to eat my food in peace. Please, please go. Please! Fujine sits back down and finishes her breakfast quickly. Damn. Imagine having a sensei like that. Couldn't be me! Or I'll be late with how sick I'm gonna be, no thanks to you. And she runs off. There's something wrong with the world in which that thing is a teacher. Don't worry about it, Sakura, I'm fine. Oh, the first thing he thinks of is Sakura, not even himself. He's not even mad that he got shafted with his own food, but he was just he felt for Sakura that she didn't get to enjoy her tasty breakfast.
昨日藤村先生に何かしたんですか？食べ物に細工するなんて藤村先生にしてはやりすぎですか
I
ら。
don't see Shirou as the type to do something like this, so I'll have to hear it from his mouth.
いや、それがさ、昨日ついあだ名で呼んじまった。
Oh, you called her Fujine in class, didn't you?
それじゃあ仕方ありませんね。先輩、藤村先生に謝らなかったんでしょう。
面目ない。いつものことなんで忘れてた。
Damn, that's rough.
ダメですよ。藤村先生、先輩にあだ名を言われるのだけは嫌がるんですから。あ
Damn,
だ名かせちゃったんでしょう。
Sakura ain't having it. You better call Fujimura Sensei by your actual fucking name. No more Fujine!
泣かした上にダットのごとく走り去らせた。おかげで昨日の英語は自習だった。
And she reminds me of Sanai from Clanad, good god. And I was awarded a student honor written on notepaper, but I threw it away.
もう、それじゃあ、今朝のは先輩が
Oh,
悪いで
I
す。
wouldn't really say it's all my fault. Fujine is like a big sister for Sakura, so she's basically on Fujine's side. Okay, that's fair enough. That's good in its own way, but I wish she'd consider my situation where I have to deal with Fujine 24/7. Fujine was originally an acquaintance of father's, and she's been coming to the house a lot since I was adopted. She started to show up even more after father died, and she's now almost a dependent, eating breakfast and dinner here? No. Maybe she's why I was able to make it on my own even after my father died. Fujine, Sakura, and I are now the residents of the Emiya household. Okay. That's awesome! Sakura and Fujine over here, coming. That gives Sakura an interesting place. A safe place, you know, not to feel so shitty in her life. But I'm the only one who knows that my father was a magus. It's said that magi must hide their identities. That's why I've been hiding the fact that I'm learning magic ever since I became my father's student. Oh, sweet! Oh, yeah, sure, let's fucking perform some fucking Firaga spells out. I say I'm learning, but I can't even cast a single magic spell properly. Okay, we're gonna have to reduce that to a fire spell. You are not even close to learning even Fire. Not in Firaga, no. With this kind of a skill, it wouldn't make much difference whether I hide it or not, but because it was how my father wanted things, I've trained secretly since then. I finished breakfast and prepare for school. I cleaned the dishes with Sakura while listening to the news on TV. Sakura is staring at the TV screen. Over the screen runs an exaggerated teletype reading, "Gas leak accidents continue." It seems there was a big accident in the neighboring town of Shinto. It happened in a building in the business district. It seems a whole floor of people ran out of oxygen and fell unconscious. They've called a gas leak, but this kind of accident is happening often recently. Okay. We have strange things happening. Is this fucking Gotham City? Like what the hell? We gonna get super rats next? Not too sure. This is scary. I wonder if this has to do with the tomfoolery of the Grail War coming up. But since it's in Shinto, I wonder, is Sakura's home near Shinto? Because I certainly don't remember its exact location.
今のニュース気になるのか、さくら。
いえ、別に。ただ、事故がシントで起きているなら近いなって。先輩、シントの方でアルバイトしていますよね。
They're so selfless. They're always concerned with the other. That is absurdly sweet.
してるけど、別にそんな大きな店じゃないよ。今のニュースみたいな事故は起きないと思う。
Aw, Sakura's all nervous. But it's not a risk I can completely ignore. Gas leaks can happen in any building, and on top of that, it hurts to think that hundreds of people are suffering. It's said that the accidents are happening often because of defective construction work during the rapid development of Shinto. Yeah, when you're developing so incredibly fast, it can be easy to make mistakes, especially when you're such in a foreign place. Like, if this area has never seen renovation of that type, I'm sure accidents of this would be common at that point. Whether that's true or not, I certainly don't want any more victims.
そうな話だ。俺たちも気をつけないと。
Yeah, the only gas leak we're gonna see here is Fujimura-sensei when she fucking busts a leak in her head.
あ、 それならご心配なく先輩。ガスの元栓はいつも2回チェックしてますから安心です。
Hey. Good. That's a good attitude to have, especially when you're an adult. If you know what I mean. Sakura boasts with pride.
いや、そういう話でなくて。
Yeah, I thought so before, but Sakura's a bit off too. She probably has a lot on her mind, especially, you know, soaking in people.
裏手の戸締まりはしました？
Well, we were just talking about gas leaks, so I certainly have.
したよ。缶抜きかけたけど、問題あるか？
ありません。それじゃあ鍵かけますね。
I'm not too sure.
今日のお帰りは何時ですか？
I'm probably gonna have a lot of bullshit happen to me from now on since we're starting this game. I mean, I am the protagonist. It's only right for me to suffer.
少し遅くなると思う。さくらは？
Oh, I'm just gonna encounter Gilgamesh senpai.
私はいつも通りです。多分私の方が早いと思いますから。
Oh, you kind-hearted soul.
準備は済ませておきますね。
I love you, Sakura, so much already.
助かる。俺もできるだけ早く帰るよ。
We locked the gate. Sakura and Fujine also have keys to my house, and the rule is that the last person out locks up.
急がないと朝練に間に合わない。
Oh, okay, this explains why she was a little late for... She arrived after Rin and Mitsuzuri Ayako. Nice.
それじゃあ少しだけ急ぎましょうか、先輩。
You can tell how much more lively of a person she is when she's with Shirou. Because when she was with Rin, you know, her own sister, she just didn't really emote or talk that much. We walked down to the town together. Passing the long wall and going downhill, we reached the residential district. My house is on top of the hill, far away from the center of town. Going down the hill takes us to the residential district, and beyond that... Yep, this area. We reached the crossroads at the center of this town. There's the bridge. From here there are many roads. A big bridge leading to the neighboring city. A hill road that leads to Ryudo Temple. The residential district on the other side of town. You know, the area with Gilgamesh and Sakura. The shopping district Sakura and I always use. We have not been there yet, so I'm excited to go there. And the school we're headed to right now, where a bunch of fuckery is going to happen. I'm gonna get stabbed by a fucking dude later. We head for the school without stopping elsewhere. We don't talk much as we walk up the hill. Since it's still 7 o'clock, there aren't many others on the road. Other than us, all you can see are a few others heading to their morning practices.
それじゃあまたな。部活頑張れよ。
Aww. I part with Sakura at the school gate like usual. Sakura's in the archery club, so we have to part here in the morning. She doesn't want to leave. But today Sakura doesn't go.
さくら、体の調子悪いのか？
いえ、そういうことじゃなくて、
Oh.
その先輩、たまには道場の方に寄っていきませんか？
Fucking smile I have on my face. She's so precious.
いや、別に道場に用はないぞ。
一世!
一世に頼まれてるから、生徒会室に行かないとまずい。
Yeah, Issei seemed particularly pissed off this morning, Sakura. You see, his wages were garnished. He wanted to buy some... What was it? Crepes, and he was a few hundred yen short. It seems some lass with an attitude problem garnished his wages and ratted him out. He was sure pissed about that.
そうですよね。ごめんなさい。余計なことを言っちゃって。
Oh, don't worry, you're not troubling me at all, Sakura. Sakura bows. Eh?
それじゃあ失礼します。晩ご飯楽しみにしていてくださいね。
You can... This sprite just shows so much to me. It really gives off the vibe of dealing with a lot within yourself and trying to put on a face for other people and all that sort of stuff. It is What a sprite. I'm so sorry, Sakura. I hope we can learn a lot more about you and see if you're doing okay, because it's still strange how you're even managing to live normally after all that's happened to you. It's quite fascinating, isn't it? Sakura runs off like she's ashamed of something. Huh? I wonder what that was all about. But of course I'm here, Shirou, don't you see? I'm here early every day!
いるぞ。今朝は少し遅かったな、エミヤ。
He must have been studying as Issei looks up from the paper he's reading.
一世だけか。他の連中はどうしたんだ？この時間なら登校しててもおかしくないだろう。
Well, they're nothing but a bunch of lazy bastards. I'm the only one here, and that's all that matters.
いや、あいにくとうちのメンバーはビジネスライクだね。
Okay, business-like? What do you mean by that?
働く時間帯はきっかり決まっていて、早出と残業はしたくないのだそうだ。
Alright, fair enough.
それで生徒会長自らが雑用か。ここはここで。
Damn.
何？好きでしている苦労だ。エミヤに同情してもらうのは筋が違う。
You see, I like a challenge, Shirou, so don't get me wrong. This is nothing for me.
いや、一世に同情なんてしてないぞ。
それはそれで無念だが、聞き流すとしよう。情が移っているということでは。
What the fuck do you want, Issei? Issei, who is organizing the papers he was reading, is the big boss of the student council room. He's the guy trying his best to reform this lax student council, and he's been a friend of mine since first year. His full name is Ryudo Issei. Despite his old-fashioned name, he has elegant features and he's really popular with the girls. And he's also the student council president, so you'd think he'd take it to like a... He'd take to it like a duck to water, but...
やはり朝は舌がしびれるほどの熱湯が良い。
Ah, yes. Hot tea and crepes are my favorite morning day start. He's just sipping tea like this, so he's not that firm. As you can see, Issei has a plain personality. It's easily misunderstood, but he doesn't involve himself in love affairs nor engage in normal student recreations. It's because he's the successor of the Ryudo Temple up in the mountains. Right. I figured, once we learned his name. He's fine with that idea, so there's a good chance he'll shave his head when he graduates! Oh my god, bald Issei. But don't you see, Shirou, this increases my powers!
それで、今日は何をするんだ？
ああ、まあ、ともかく座って一服と言いたいのだが、時間がないな。移動がてら説明をするゆえ、いつもの道具を持ってついてきてくれ。
Man, Shirou really is a handyman, always having to fix stuff. We should call him fucking Handy. He's the Handy Mandy. Handy Shirou.
率直に言うとな、うちの学校、金のバランスが極端なんだよ。
Yeah, seems like it.
運動系がひいきされてるもんで、他に予算がいかないんだろ？
Those damn bastards. Just because I can't run doesn't mean that I'm able to do other things. Well, those damn athletic kids will be soon shown the legend of Issei Ryudo.
結果、文化系の部員は絶えず不遇の扱いでな。
Yeah, fucking athletic clubs.
今年から文化系に予算が行くよう尽力しているのだが、予算の流れが不鮮明でうまく回っていない。おかげで未だ文化系の物質は不遇でな。
Issei starts sweating as he feels his pockets get lighter. He's like, oh fuck, man. They're gonna find out. I've been taking money out of the cookie jar.
特に冬のストーブ不足に関しては打開策がまるでない。
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But isn't the weather particularly nice in Fuyuki?
そうか。マイナスドライバーくれ。一番大きいやつな。あと動線も。
My boy Shirou really is a handy guy.
これ
Holy
ぐらい
fuck.
ならなんとか。
This man.
動線？これか。すまん。よくわからん。
Bro, you don't even know what a conductive wire? What do you think, I'm a nerd? Well, yes I do,
間
actually.
違っていたら叱ってくれ。
当たってるからいいよ。んで、 ストーブ不足がどうしたって？
ある。第二視聴学室と美術部の暖房器具が怪しいそうだ。新品購入願いの単価
New
が刻一
stoves?
刻と増えている。
Okay, I see.
けど予算にそんな余裕はないと。やっぱり劣化してるだけだな。中がいかれてなくて助かった。
Well, that's great. It'd be fixable then.
治りそうか、エミヤ。
治るよ。こういう時古いやつは分かりやすくていい。
Yeah, most of the time they
対
are.
戦系のショートだから新しいのに変えればとりあえず今年いっぱいは頑張ってくれる。
Oh, sweet.
そう
Radical.
か。やるな、エミヤ。お前が頼りになると極めて嬉しいぞ。
You're like the only person I like, Shirou.
おかしな日本語使うね、一世。と、もう少しで済むからちょっと外に出ててくれ。
うん。エミヤの邪魔はせん。
Issei leaves the room quietly. It seems he assumes that I'm going to do something
い
delicate.
や、デリケートといえばデリケートなんだけど。
It's really not that difficult, come on. I place my hand on the old electric heater. Usually, even if you're used to fixing things, it's hard to figure out what's wrong with it just by looking at it. So the fact that I figured it out means what I'm doing is not ordinary. I block off my vision and look inside the heater with my sense of touch. In that moment, an image appears in my head. Uh-oh, what?
電熱線が断線しかかってるのが2つと、電熱管はまだ持つな。電源コードの方は絶縁テープでなんとかなる。
Shiro, do you have the fucking Byakugan? What the hell's going on here? Good, I can fix this with the tools I have with me. If the pipe were broken, it couldn't be fixed by an amateur. If that had been the case, I would have had to strengthen it in a very unamateurish way. But in this case, just looking at it will suffice. That is the magic Emiya Shiro learned from Kiritsugu. Okay. Nice! Some magic you learned from him.
よし、始めるか。
Sweet. I take the cover off and start to work. I already know where it's broken, so the rest is easy.
これだけは得意なんだけどな、俺。
Shiro, you're good at wooing the hearts of many girls. That's right. Emiya Shiro has no talent for magic. Though it doesn't make up for it, I think I'm quite skilled at visualizing structures like I did just now. In fact, when I first figured out a structure and reproduced it, my father looked surprised and said, "What a useless ability." I guess my strong point isn't a useful ability. According to my father, it's already a waste of effort to perceive the structure with my eyes. For a real magus, there's no need to understand every corner of a structure like I just did. They say that the battle of the magus comes in reading the center, the core of things instantaneously, and changing it faster than anything else. That's why reading the structure is a wasted effort, as even if you do understand the structure, all you can do is determine where magical energy could be more easily transmitted. So, all in all, it turns out that my storage point is just fixing things like this. I don't have to open them up to look for damage. If I can quickly search for broken parts and have the skills to repair them, most things can be fixed. Though, that's only the case for simple things that can be fixed with amateur
よ
knowledge.
し、終わり。次に行くか。
Oh man, that was fast. Quickly done. I pack away the conductive wire that I use and go out into the hallway with screwdriver and wrench in hand. Is this where he meets Rin?
修理終わったぞ。
Yup, this is where he comes. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my god, we're connecting the dots here. But in the hallway is someone else apart from Issei, a girl. At least we could see actual sprites of Rin now that we're not playing as her. So that's awesome. I can finally look at her. Woo! I'm a bit surprised. The person talking to Issei is Tosaka Rin from Class 2A. She's a lady who lives in a big mansion on top of the hill, a perfect honor student. Good looking, smart, athletic, and faultless. She is a bit rude, however. She's intelligent, well-mannered, and modest about her looks. People say she's the ideal woman. So it hardly needs to be said that the guys at my school treat her like an idol. Though, in Tosaka's case, she's so perfect that she's considered unreachable. It's commonly believed that only teachers and guys like Issei can even talk to her. Well, to be honest, I'm a guy too, so I'm one of Tosaka Rin's admirers. Sokka looks at us as if she's in a bad mood. It seemed to be true that she and Issei don't get along.
と悪い。頼んだのはこっちなのに、エミヤに任せっきりにしてしまった。
It's no problem, Issei. Don't worry about it. Wow. Issei's an amazing man talking like that and ignoring Tosaka. Fuck! Put the cold shoulder, man! Bros before hoes, am I right, Issei? High five.
で、次はどこだよ。あんまり時間ないぞ。
ああ、次は昇格室だ。前から調子が悪かったそうなんだが、この度ついに天寿を全うされた。
Sweet.
天寿全うしてたら直せないだろ。
Ah, rip! No! The budget! Our budget's getting worse!
そうなんだが、一応見てくれると助かる。俺から見れば臨終だが、お前から見れば仮病かもしれん。
I actually remember this line. I like this line.
なら止めそう。
And then he just says, "You're up early," to Rin. There's only about 30 minutes left until homeroom. I'll have to hurry if I'm going to fix it. I start for the AV room with Issei, but it's impolite to ignore her completely when we've met like this. I turn back to Tosaka, who's standing in a daze.
朝早いんだな、トサカ。
Her sprite, though. She's looking at us like, she's like looking down at us, practically. She's like, what? I make an honest comment, then follow Issei. Fucking Shirou, just like, you're up early? And then he just walks away.
ギリギリ間に合ったか。すまんなエミヤ。また苦労をかけた。頼み事をした上に遅刻させては。
And you managed to save me from such a human being! Ah, thank you, Shirou. You truly are like a brother to me.
別に気にするな。俺が遅刻する分には大したことじゃないだろ。
Oh, damn straight. Issei, he cannot be
一斉
late.
が遅刻するのは問題だけど。
もっともだ。いや、間に合ってよかった。
Oh yeah, same here. We made it. We did it. It's all uphill today. Issei heads to his seat, relieved. It's exactly 8 o'clock. The first homeroom bell is rung, so Fujine should be here in about 5 minutes. That's right, because she meets with Rin, I believe. Or was that before? Yeah, no, that was before. She talked to Rin, yeah. I'm a bit out of breath since we ran here from the AV room. Taking a deep breath, I head to my seat.
朝から騒がしい
Oh
ね、
no.
エミヤ。部活を辞めてから何をしてるかと思えば、
Oh
竜
no.
の太鼓持ち？僕には関係ないけどさ、うちの評判を落とすようなことはしないでよね。
Shinji!
なんていうか、節操ないからさ。
Shinji, get the fuck out of here with your fucking Lancer rip-off wig ass. Oh my god. I already don't like this guy. He's already being an asshole. It's like, okay? Mato Shinji, a friend of mine from middle school, is standing in front of my seat. As you can tell from his last name, he's Sakura's brother, who's 1 year older than her.
よ、弓道部は落ち着いてるか、シンジ。
当然だろ。部外者に話してもしょうがないけど、目立ちたがり屋が一人減ったんで平和になったんだ。
Well,
次の大会だっていいところまで行くさ。
well, was that attention hog you? Because I'm sure the archery club could benefit from leaving you out.
そうか。三綴りも頑張ってるんだな。
She is. She's doing a good job.
はあ？何見当違いなこと言ってんの？
Oh my fucking god.
弓道部が記録を伸ばしてるのは僕がいるからに決まってるじゃんか。エミはさ、とっくに部外者なんだから、知ったような口を叩くと恥をかくよ。
Whatever you say, Vice Captain.
そうか。気をつけよう。もっとも、弓道部に用はないから、関わることはないけどな。
Yeah, there's nothing to do there but just gaze at some of the girls doing cool archery tricks. Put my bag on the desk and pull out the chair. In it's a knife. I'm tempted to use it on Shinji, but I'll save it for later.
何それ？僕の弓道部には興味がないってこと？
And is that a problem?
興味じゃなくて用だよ。部外者なんだから、おいそれと道場に行くのは変だろう。
My god, this dude's a fucking asshole.
けど、なんかあったら言ってくれ。手伝えることがあったら手伝う。弦張りとか弓の直し、シンジは苦手だったろ。
Shit, man. Hit Archer up, my boy. Fucking fix this man a bow.
そう、サンキュー。何か雑用があったら声をかけるよ。
Oh yeah, sure. Call me whenever you need, bitch.
ま、 そんなことはないだろうけどさ。
Oh my goodness.
ああ、それがいい。雑用を残しているやつは首相失格だからな。あんまり藤村先生を困らせるなよ。あの人、怒ると本気で怖いぞ。
The slight shade is brilliant. The little bit of shade.
余計なお世話だ。ともかくお前はもう部外者なんだから道場に近づくなよ。
I know Fujimura sensei quite well, so I can do whatever I want. Shinji returns to his seat in his usual manner. Like a monkey, he's always sitting in this weird fucking way with his hands. He seemed even more irritated than usual today.
ふざけたやつだ。自分からエミヤを追い出しておいて。
Oh my goodness. Yeah, fucking fuck that
なん
guy.
だ伊勢、いたのか。
Oh, I'm always listening, Shirou. Always gotta help a bro out, am I right?
なんだとはなんだ。気を利かして聞き耳を立てていた友人に向かってなんと冷淡な男だお前は。
I mean, that's exactly what I was taking him for. This man's a bro. Hell yeah, come in here, Issei, I got you.
なんで気を利かすのさ。俺、一斉に心配されるようなことをしてないぞ。
The gall of you, Shirou. I'm just trying to look out for you, and yet you treat me like... nothing. What's wrong with you?
たわけ、心配もするわ。エミヤはカッとなりやすいからな。シンジに殴りかかれば、皆は喝采を送るが、女どもからは非難の嵐だ。
Yeah, pretty
友人を
much
そんな微妙な立場に置くのはよろしくない。
all the guys would be so happy to see Shinji get the piss beaten out of him. All the girls are like, no, my daily wetting.
そっか。うん。言われてみればそうだ。ありがとう、伊勢。そんなことにはならないだろうけど。
Alright, let's do our secret handshake.
うん。わかればよろしい。だが意外だったぞ。エミヤは怒りやすいくせに、マトウには寛大なんだな。
Okay. So, we've established the fact that Shirou actually does lose his temper easily. But I believe he's tolerant of Shinji because he's Sakura's brother.
ああ。あれはシンジの味だからな。付き合いが長いと慣れてくる。
And you get used to assholes like that after a while. It's just the truth, really. I can agree with that.
そんなものか。
そんなものです。ほら、納得したら席に戻れよ。そろそろ藤村先生がすっ飛んでくるぞ。
あの方は飛んでくるというより浮いてくる。
Please come in right after she's... Aw, I was hoping... The homeroom bell rings. A homeroom teacher usually would come 5 minutes early, but our homeroom teacher isn't like that. For class 2C, homeroom starts 1 minute after the bell rings, right when we hear... Fucking hell, Fuji. And Fujine runs into the classroom. Good morning, everyone. She just fucking throws up all over Shirou's desk. Damn it! Oh. Holy shit! She's dead! Fujine falls over with a terrible sound. And just like that, everything changed. The classroom is filled with silence in contrast to the clamor from a second ago. A sudden change of atmosphere. Just as you'd expect from Fujine. Her nickname of Human Jet Coaster isn't just for show! She's a real human jet coaster. But that really was a bad hit. Fujine is still on the ground, having hit her head on the platform. You can't see her expression with her head facing the ground, so it gives you a bad mental image.
前の席のやつ、先生起こしてやれよ。
やだよ。
She'll bite me!
パクって食べられたら怖いもん。
Shirou's just thinking to himself, oh yeah, she does bite alright.
ミミックじゃあるまいし、さすがに藤村でもそこまでやら
This
ないだ
isn't
ろ。
Dark Souls, fucking mimic chest. Fujimura mimic chest, just fucking tiger comes out it and eats you.
あんたね、そう言うんなら自分で起こしてあげなさいよ。
Students really are like this, so this is accurate.
俺パス。こういうの苦手。
Orepasu.
私だって苦手よ。だいたいなんで女の子にやらせるわけ？
Oh, aren't you being pretentious, little Miss Priss? The front row is getting noisy As we're in the middle rows, we can't tell what sort of state Fujine is in. We can't tell, so we all stand up to look.
先生動いてないぞ。気絶してんじゃないのか？
I can imagine Shinji just slipping out and leaving. Time to impress the girls. Someone asks. If so, the problem would be how to get her to the nurse's office. Everyone here is a warrior who has been with Fujine for the past year. They probably want to get out of the habit of taking their teacher to the nurse's office.
藤村先生、大丈夫ですか？
Thankfully, someone was actually nice. A brave female student calls out to her. Fujine doesn't even twitch. A sense of worry runs through the
ま
room.
ずいって今の転び方。こう頭から直角に教壇に突っ込んだじゃないか。
Please just leap up and start freaking out. I'd love that.
いっそのこと野球部にスカウトするのはどうだろう。
What? What? Bro! Damn!
やめろよな、そういう脅しは。タイガーが顧問になった日には俺たち甲子園行っちまうぞ。
Isn't that a good thing, though?
藤村先生、藤村先生、ダメ。なんか反応ないよ。
Damn, our casualty count is already starting high. Phase Zero didn't have a death this early. Damn!
おい、お前目の前なんだから起こしてやれよ。
I guess we're talking to Shirou. No.
やだよ俺。もし死んでたら殺されかねねえ。
This dude is the Daru of the class.
だからってほっといたら後が怖いと思うし。
What do you, yeah, just leave her there. I'm sure she'll be fine.
誰も近づきたくない。
My goodness, y'all are a bunch of jackasses. I mean, sure, she's very strange. But you could, like, at least help this teacher up. Come on.
こうなったらあれしかないか。
Alright, Shirou, be the better man and pick up your Fujine.
あれだね。
Big bra moment. Big bra moment. All our hearts become one. Well, not Shinji and I, because we're too scared. Oh my fuck! You know, I actually kind of relate to Shirou when there's a prick, but you're kind of close to them, even though they're an asshole, and you acknowledge that they're an asshole, and they are a dick to you, but you're kind of close, but you're not friends, but you kind of are. It's kind of like that. Wake up, Tiger! Oh no! She's gonna transform! Oh my god! Is she gonna transform into Tony the Tony Tiger? It's Fujimura Sensei! Even though everyone said it at the same time, it's only as loud as a whisper. The tiger part is especially quiet. But still, a twitch. The silent Fujine reacts.
決めありだぞみんな。
Oh man, the tiger's coming out to play, everyone. Oh my god. Everyone must be stressed from the impending exams. Even though they shouldn't, they repeat Fujine's nickname while waving their arms.
起きろタイガー。朝だぞ。
Tiger!
先生、起きないとタイガーです。
Oh my
負
god.
けるなタイガー。立ち上がれタイガー。よしよ、キロ先生。それでこそタイガーだぜ。
Oh man. The true tiger. Taiga! Taiga! I love how the translation is Tiger. But in Japanese it's Taiga! Taiga! Oh! What? The lion! I mean, the tiger has come out to play, everybody! Get out! She hates that nickname. She hates it. Oh god, she's gonna start crying. Shirou, you're gonna get punished again! Oh no. Whoa! Oh my god, I'm tripping balls! A roar of lightning! She stands bravely as if the fall has done nothing at all. Oh, hey.
ダメよ、ホームルーム中に席を立っちゃ。ほらほら、始めるから座りなさい。
Bro. This is some next level switching. Like, it's like flipping a light on and off, man. Holy crap. That was some scary fucking, like, nutty LSD. I feel like I was taken on an adventure. Fujimura, don't scare me like that anymore. My goodness! Sensei, you need to chill! Fujine stands before everyone in her usual manner. It seems all memories from the moment she entered the classroom have filled her head.
タイガー覚えてないみたいだぞ。
Yeah, but she doesn't remember anything. Ah, wonderful.
ラッキー。朝からついてるな、俺たち。いや、ついてるっていうのか。
I'm not really sure you can call that lucky, but it certainly is something. Everyone returns to their seats, chatting.
今誰か先生のことバカにしなかった？
Certainly not, Fujimura. Obviously not.
してないっすよ。気のせいじゃないっすか。
Maybe you imagine it?
そっか、ならよし。じゃあ今朝のホームルームを始めるから。
Ah,
みんなおとな
sweet!
しく聞くように。
What are we doing? Arithmetic! No! Fujine starts homeroom slowly. She chats in between the announcements, so we don't get through it very fast.
そういうわけだから、みんなも下校時刻を守るように。
You know what I really hated about my school? We had homerooms where you could do whatever you want. You could study, you could work on whatever class's homework, or you could get some stuff done, like if you need to go to another class to do something, you could during that time, as long as you alerted the teacher. But the thing is about homeroom, it was completely different for everybody. You'll never believe what time of day my homeroom was. The last period. And you think that'd be wonderful. But it was annoying to me. Because it's like, why couldn't it be the first one? Like, I'm already fucking wanting to get out of this hellhole already, and now I have to sit here, fucking twiddle my dick all over my non-existent study papers, and wait an entire hour so that I can, like, get home. That's what I disliked about that. Curfew? What kind of curfew are we talking about here? Oh, that's right. That one teacher dude talked about that, I remember.
6時って言ったらすぐじゃんか。タイガ先生、それって運動系は免除されないの？
You just called her Taiga. I don't think that's gonna go well.
されません。それと後藤くん、先生のことは藤村先生って言わなくちゃダメなんだから。次に名前で呼んだら怒るからね。
Oh, she's already wonderful. I do like Fujimura sensei.
はーい。以後注意します。
Taiga sensei! Taiga sensei! Goto-kun sits down again, not showing any signs of listening to her. How stupid of him. Fujine gets mad when she says she will. It makes no difference that he's a student and she's a teacher. He doesn't realize that she just gave him a final warning. Her face. I love it. Yay! So she's really cute. Fujine leaves waving her hand. She's the teacher responsible for Class 2C, Fujimura Taiga. Her nickname is Tiger. You might doubt it, but it really is her nickname. People like calling her. So, since she has a name like Taiga, but Fujine herself hates the nickname. According to her, it's unfeminine. Oh, that's a little sad. Oh, I'm sorry. But she's that kind of person, so I think it's her own fault she has an unfeminine nickname.
授業を始める日直例を。
Oh, hello. My god, your face terrifies me. Like, if my teacher came in looking like that, I'd shit my pants. The teacher for the first period enters as Fujine exits. It's like this every morning as Fujine continues homeroom until the very last minute. And the classes end like every other day. There are many kinds of students. Ones that go to clubs, ones that hurry home, and ones that stay in the classroom for no reason. It looks like I won't be in any of those categories. Hey, Issei.
今朝の続きなんだが、今日は時間あるか？
But he wants to go home early for Sakura's sake, but he probably will stay to help Issei.
予定はあると言えばあるけど。
Yeah. It's not like I'm just playing around. After all, the main reason I quit the archery club is because I wanted to prioritize work. It's already been 5 years since father died, and I decided to start working to pay my living expenses. If you work a lot, there are some jobs you just can't refuse. Today's an example. They're restocking inventory at work, and they asked me to come if I can, as any help is appreciated. but it's certainly not something I have to go to. They're probably just having people come in because they want to party after work. There are two options. Oh, fuck. Well, that's a good stopping point. What will I choose? Will we go to help out the student council, or will we go to work? Find out next time on Fate Stay Night, Rialto New Fate Route. Oh, but in all seriousness, this is a very fun episode. I did not expect to jump straight into Shiro's shoes, but I'm certainly very happy about it. It was nice to go through the day with Shirou and see how things happened on his end, see how events kind of intertwined with him seeing Rin in the same spot that we saw from Rin's perspective. So that was a bonus. We got to see some amazing little stuff with Shirou's backstory as it was explained very subtly and almost methodically. And Sakura, so much Sakura stuff that my heart bled happiness, and I am positively overjoyed that we got to see so much Sakura. She really does love Shirou, and she's also a great cook. She's kind, but she also really likes Fujimura-sensei, and she's also quick to getting a little flustered, and she can even get a little bit stern sometimes when Shirou won't listen, which I find adorable. Shirou already interests me. He puts others over himself, and he's a very hard-working person. He's taken a lot after his dad, despite the fact that he's really shit at magic. But he works hard, and he knows his way around different tools and stuff. And he has an interesting way of thinking sometimes. It was nice to see his interactions with Shinji, the asshole. Seeing some more Shinji was cool. And learning more about Fujimura and seeing her antics was fantastic. Especially when she switched the soy sauce around was really funny. To get back at Shirou for the annoying Taiga nickname, which apparently the whole class does to her anyway, so it's too bad Shirou got the butt end of that. And I really enjoy Fujimura-sensei so far. Issei is pretty cool too. I like how much of a bro he's already showing himself to be, and his dislike for Rin is actually really funny to me. So all in all, this was a fantastic little chunk of story. We got our first choice, and I decided to eat have breakfast with Sakura instead of finishing the morning routine. So I'm interested to see if that choice does anything. So I'm going to definitely save here so that to have a backup, just in case these choices end up screwing me over in some very interesting Zero Escape-like way. For now, I'm not too certain, but we'll certainly have to see. And I just want to let you know that if you stayed all the way to the end of the episode, I really do appreciate it. And thank you very much. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you. And I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. Well, with that being said, I just want to let you know that if it's morning, day, evening, or night, wherever it is that you are, please stay safe out there, and be sure to take care. See ya.